What up, everybody? I'm gonna call this video Braden's First Kill Continued, or Part 2, picking up where I left off from the video I made a few days ago, talking about the Weston family Ponzi scheme and how Lucas may end up being Braden's first body. I'll leave a link to Part 1 in the comment section if you haven't watched it yet. Now that Brayden knows that his family's company is a Ponzi scheme, he has made a huge mistake allowing both Tariq to move his trust and Kane to move Lorenzo's life insurance policy to Weston Holdings. And yes, both of those decisions were Brayden's fault, either though Kane and Tariq both made their own choices. First of all, Tariq had an internship with Rashad Tate until Brayden paid off Tate to make Reek lose his internship. Brayden controlled the options and Reek had to get the internship at Weston Holdings, only for Lucas to threaten to fire Tariq from the internship if he wasn't able to sign RSJ. Now Tariq still made his own choice, but it was heavily influenced by Brayden. The thing we got to remember about Kane was that he didn't just move Lorenzo's life insurance, which may have been a couple $100,000. He moved all the Tejada's clean money in cash to make the minimum investment of $2 million. All Kane was trying to do was give Brayden the life insurance policy, but Brayden convinced him to move the rest of the money to Weston Holdings, saying they would be like the Westons of Queens. So Brayden got them both into this mess. It will be up to Brayden to get them out. So the way I see it, Brayden has two ways of going about this. The first is non-violently, by flipping Kiki and letting her know the people he is involved with are murderers and they will kill him, his whole family, her, and everyone else involved if they don't get their money back. The problem here is, even if Brayden could convince Kiki to return the money, he would still have to deal with Uncle Lucas. Uncle Lucas is now a loose end. He knows everything about their drug business and has threatened to turn them into the cops. In the game, a threat to snitch is the same as snitching. I couldn't imagine threatening any of my plugs with snitching. I don't think I would have even made it out of the room. For that matter, I can't even imagine someone threatening to snitch on me. Now, I have had people snitch on me, but they sure enough didn't threaten me about it. So with that said, Brayden really only had one choice: catch that body. But it's not as easy as just killing Lucas, because that won't get the money returned to Kane and Tariq. So he's gonna have to find a way to kidnap Lucas and torture him until he returns the money. At this point, Kiki will need to be snatched up also, and Brayden may want to have them transfer a couple mil over to him also, in case Weston Holdings goes down when this is all over. After this, he needs to kill both Lucas and Kiki and have the Tejadas make them disappear, since that is their specialty. Once Lucas and Kiki are disappeared, Brayden will need to make it look like the money he had returned to Tariq and Kane and the money he stole was actually stolen by Lucas and Kiki, and they ran off somewhere together with the money to avoid being caught up in the Ponzi scheme. This will make it look like Lucas and Kiki had a motive for running off and that they probably fled the country. This will have a lot of collateral damage though, costing the Westons their Wall Street firm. That's why it's important for Brayden to walk away from this with a cut also. On the other hand, Brayden could do everything I just said, except instead of letting Weston Holdings go down, he just continues the Ponzi scheme himself. But I don't think he would get involved in this unless he has an exit plan to get out of it. One thing also to keep in mind is that all frap, no cap, operates out of a Weston Holdings building and also uses Weston Holdings to clean the money. So if Weston Holdings goes under, so will all frap, no cap. But it looks like all frap, no cap is about to go down anyway, after Junior found the cup with the drugs in it and found out how they were moving the product on Wall Street. In the episode 8 trailer, we can see the feds raiding the all-frap, no-cap warehouse. This may not only shut down shop for all-frap, no-cap, but if they do find drugs in the warehouse, this could shut down the entire Weston Holdings operation. Either way, the crew is only going to have more problems anyway. How exactly are they going to move the weight? Because in episode 7, they just put the whole street operation on pause and were relying on Wall Street to make up the difference. With both Wall Street and the street operation on pause, the crew will need to figure out how they're going to keep the drugs moving so they can keep paying Noma. Then after all this settles down, they beat the RICO case, they get Tariq and the Tejada's money returned, Lucas and Kiki are disappeared to take the fall for Weston Holdings, and everything seems to be all good. Might have even taken a couple casualties along the way, and even gotten from up under Noma. But everything is settled down and all good, looking like it's going to be a happy ending. Then in steps RSJ, who invested his fortune into Weston Holdings, only to fall victim to a Ponzi scheme. At this point, we're going to see RSJ's other side. Like him and Tariq were talking about, everybody has two sides. Remember Milan, aka Dean, who played Ghost, serving as his security, learning everything about him and his organization, waiting for the perfect time after Ghost killed Lobos. Ghost and Tommy had to serve as Milan's slaves because they killed his distro and stole his product. Could Braden and Tariq find themselves in a similar position with RSJ? With Lucas out of the picture, RSJ will hold Tariq responsible for the billions he lost at Weston Holdings. Milan thought he was playing Ghost, but ended up getting played by Tommy and his own men. So his reign on the throne didn't last nothing but a couple of episodes. After being under Noma, Tariq's not going to play about being under RSJ, and he'll be desperate to get out like Ghost was with Milan. So we will see if RSJ ends up having the same fate as Milan. And there you have it. Let me know what you think's going to happen with all that money caught up in the Ponzi scheme. Leave your thoughts, theories, and predictions in the comments.